Hello everybody and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. And wow is all I can say as a Springbok fan. What a performance from the world champions. They've gone and they've beaten Eddie Jones at Twickenham for the first time, by the way. And a polished, complete, dominant performance from the Boks. And exactly what we've been waiting to see almost the entire year, if we're being brutally honest. You know, we've had a year as Bok fans of close but no cigar. We've had good performances and we've had disappointing performances. We've had positives, we've had negatives. We've been waiting for that kind of complete performance. And I think we just saw that tonight, to be honest. And despite it still being not 100% complete, we just ticked so many different boxes. And to go and beat England by 14 points, despite being down to 14 men for about 15 minutes, is impressive. It really is impressive. And I think the main thing is the fact that we basically just outclassed England in almost every single facet. And that's kind of the main thing, isn't it? You know, to go and to make a statement like that. So really, really chuffed with that. And I think that it's been an international season of what ifs. But at the end of the day, we finished really strong. And I think a year up from the World Cup, you can look at that performance and think, yeah, you know what? We're actually in with a shout. Before we break the game down, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. It all started with a Faf de Klerk missed penalty in the 5th minute, and Owen Farrell then followed suit in the 8th minute. However, England did get the game going in the 13th minute through an Owen Farrell penalty. Some pretty poor discipline in the early stages from the Boks. However, Faf de Klerk squared things up in the 18th minute. Owen Farrell missing another penalty in the 21st minute, and then something out of nothing, 30th minute, Damian Willemse goes back into the pocket after a couple of phases from the Boks. Not really sort of getting much momentum, and goes, bang, I'll just grab a drop goal. Out of nowhere, really. And 2 minutes later, Kurtley Arendse, well, you know, Damian Willemse must take a bow. Deep kicking from England, big chase from Freddie Stewart. Damian Willemse goes, bang, on the inside, gets out to him, sees the space, attacks the line. From inside 22, attacks the line, brings in Villiers, brings in Kurtley Arendse, who goes inside and outside of Marcus Smith. He dives over in the 30th minute the 32nd minute to make 11 points to 3, missing the conversion. However, on the brink of half time, Faf de Klerk then going and adding the 3 extra. So half time score was 14 points to 3. And at that stage, you felt confident. You sat there thinking, we're winning the scrum battle, we're winning the lineouts. You know, scramble defense is working, the rush defense is working, our systems are working, we're running ball in hand, we're finding good spaces. Everything was going well. The question is, were we going to be able to continue the momentum? And England made a reactionary changes. They brought in Jack Noel, they brought in Will Stewart, Luca and Dickie Esgage. They replaced their front row because their starting front row was being demolished. I mean, France Mahova folded Marco Benapoe like a deck chair in the first half and got penalised for, which I think was a bit harsh. But 2 minutes in, literally also again, nothing on. Willemse sort of looking at it and then decides, you know, let me actually have another drop goal. Bang! 2 drop goals from Damian Willemse. But Owen Farrell then in the 45th minute, clawing back for 3 minutes. We then unloaded our bench and took on Quacker Smith, Stephen Kitshoff, Malcolm Marks. Tom Curry then got a yellow card in the 47th minute. Just a minute later, Evan Etzebeth going over as well. Faf de Klerk adding the extra 24 points to 6. We then saw Faf de Klerk add an extra 3, 27 points to 6. You're thinking, game's done, game's wrapped up. However, in the 60th minute, Thomas Toy getting sent off. It was a red card. I don't think you can really complain. Shoulder to head. Very easy decision for Angus Gardner to make. And then all of a sudden we had to defend, and we defended for a long time. Franco Moss had 2 very important line-out wins, for example, when we were under pressure. And whilst England eventually did go over, they only went over in the 71st minute. It took them 11 minutes to capitalise on that one-man advantage. And yeah, we then won a penalty. You know, to be honest, the scrum was just so good the entire game. Under pressure, penalty win after penalty win. We actually won a penalty right at the end and decided to go to the line, which is ballsy, and I like it. You've really won the game. And they're like, nah, we want another try. Damon Leibach kicking it dead. But if you look at some of the stats, very even possession-wise, 52% to 48%, and then 53% territory for South Africa, 47%. South Africa scoring 2 tries to 1, a conversion apiece, an extra penalty. But these are the interesting stats. South Africa running 360 meters. England 277. England beating 22 defenders. South Africa 13. South Africa had more clean breaks. They had more gain line carries. Half the amount of passes. Fewer offloads, but more turnovers won. Really good at the breakdown. Kicks from man 26 to 15 from England, so they actually didn't kick much. But you know, the defense, funny enough, despite missing a lot of tackles, 79%, which doesn't read well, was very good. We saw that rush defense coming out 2 or 3 times where it really did save us, where there was space out wide, and had we missed that tackle, had we not made an intervention, they probably could have punished us, but it worked. Goal kicking success rate, we missed 2 kicks, England missed 2 as well. Rucks were decent. Our lineouts were flawless, 100%, 10 from 10. England lineout pretty poor at 6 out of 9. 11 out of 15 scrums, won 73%. England 43%, 3 out of 7 scrums, won. England conceding 15 penalties, South Africa conceding 12. A yellow card for England, a red card for South Africa. Let's look at some of the individual stats. And I thought that Kurt Lawrence once again was everywhere, absolutely everywhere. 118 meters gained, 3 defenders beaten, 2 clean breaks, 5 tackles made, not a single tackle missed, 1 tackle as well. I thought that Damien Willemse was also really good. 64 meters gained, 4 defenders beaten, 2 offloads, a clean break, 3 tackles made, good tackles made as well. Didn't miss 2 towards the end, but had a really accomplished performance, and 2 drop goals as well. Siya, another storming game. 10 tackles made, just the 1 missed, 5 carries. He was absolutely everywhere. Evan Etzebeth was monstrous once again. I thought that Evan Roos was pretty solid, made quite a few carries. He made 25 meters, 2 defenders beaten. Didn't do too much on the defense, but did what he needed to do. For the English, though, I thought that we didn't see much of Mario Toja, to be perfectly honest. Freddie Stewart was involved, but I don't think really managed to sort of assert himself as much. Johnny May was very quiet, as was Tommy Freeman. In fact, we barely saw their wings do anything. Mario Log is also pretty quiet. They just didn't really get their backline into the game. And if you look at their forwards and stuff like that, Mario Toja, as I said, was pretty quiet. Tom Curry had a decent game, made quite a few tackles. Billy Vanapola carried the ball a lot. But generally, I just thought it was a game where the Boks were just better in basically every single department. But let me know what you thought about the game down in the comments below. Please do smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steven. I'll chat to you soon.